Here we have Honorable Skhwasana. Honorable Skhwasana, thank you so much. Honorable Nombalo. From the Democratic Alliance, we have Honorable Ian Cameron and Honorable Breitenbach. Yes, no, it's okay. Yeah, the member of this committee from the Democratic Alliance is Honorable Breitenbach. I'll explain that later. And from the EFF, we have Honorable Malema JS. And then from the IFP, we have Honorable Mkhwanazi. From the Patriotic Alliance, we have Honorable Sols. And then we have alternate members. Alternate members are those members who participate in the committee activities in the event the full member is unable to come or is unavailable. So the alternate member from the African National Congress is Honorable Sokanyile. And then the alternate member from the MKP is Honorable Shongwe. He should be coming, he will join us later. And the member who is arriving now is Honorable Sols. We have just introduced you, Honorable Member. And then from the Democratic Alliance, the alternate member is Honorable Dian Kolabanat, who is here with us. And then from the, and Honorable Sikeleng is also here from the Democratic Alliance. And then we have from the EFF, yes, let me take the hands. Before I take you, Skhwasana, let me go back to Honorable Malema because he's the one who raised this point. He may want to make follow-ups, and then the list will be in this order. It will be Honorable Malema, it will be Honorable Skhwasana, Honorable Nombalo, Honorable Ngola, and then Honorable Mwango.
No, thanks, Chair. I think the evidence leader, and this is so unfair on General Mkhwanazi. If we had a way, we should have just asked him to step out so that we can debate this. The senior counsel can't say that. Can't say the first statement to us is supplementary statement. That coming from a senior counsel. That the first statement you make is called supplementary statement. What law are you teaching people? It's unacceptable, and we can't help them, Chair, to cure it here in front of cameras. He has to go back and do the right thing. Because even if General Mkhwanazi says, this is my statement to Parliament, but what is written on this thing is supplementary statement. You can't change it. It's here before us. You are going to call General Mkhwanazi before this committee without an original statement. Where have you ever had a situation where you are told the first statement to be disposed is supplementary statement? If we're to ask the senior counsel, where's the original statement? He won't produce it. So if this is the original statement, let it be, let them go and correct it. So it serves here properly. And then we all proceed. And what makes it painful is that it doesn't matter whether colleagues want to do whatever they want to do. We debated this matter many times in this committee and emphasized that General Mkhwanazi will have to dispose a statement to the committee, even if it means cut and paste, as long as there is an original statement to the committee. So that answer doesn't even, General Mkhwanazi doesn't get involved anywhere. He was called, he was asked questions, he was being helped by evidence leaders on how these things can be done. So to invite him now and say, is this an original statement or not, it's incorrect. He gave them what they asked him to give them. If they were not satisfied, they were supposed to come back to us. Now, the legal team does exactly what we want when we appointed the legal team. That there's no legal team which is going to take decisions on behalf of this committee. Now he goes and takes a decision that a supplementary statement will be an original statement and brings it here and embarrass us in front of cameras like we are a group of people who don't know anything. He says General Mkhwanazi took an oath at Madlanga Commission. Therefore, because he took an oath at Madlanga Commission, because we do what Madlanga has done, why should he take an oath here? If that's how it works. He disposed the statement at Madlanga. This statement at Madlanga is the statement before us. We must accept that. We must also accept Madlanga's oath. To take an oath twice on the same statement. On the same statement. There's no law that says that. I might not be a lawyer, but I'm a lawmaker.
Honorable Skosana.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair. I'm not sure, Chair, whether when we sat on our meetings, in fact, before even this ad hoc committee was set, because we sit in these portfolio committees, and it's really embarrassing, I must say, that after we agreed that we are not a subcommittee of the Madlanga Commission, and now we are told that there's a supplementary thank you, Chair. Not because you are talking to someone there. That we have to have a cut and paste is not acceptable as well. I mean, we were told that there was a consultation with the Provincial Commissioner General Mkhwanazi. We are going to be having a different view, you know, here at the ad hoc committee. Not what we are told today by the senior counsel. And I think that I will support my colleague on that. Perhaps it would be proper that General Mkhwanazi is excused. Us as committee members discuss this matter, because really we are letting the country again down. It's like we don't know what we are doing. We know where we come from in this country. You know, we had a case where somebody was sentenced without trial, before standing before the judge. Today we are finding ourselves in this again, where we are told that the statement was done, the oath was taken in the Madlanga Commission. It's unacceptable. And I think we should not go that route. My appeal to you, Chair, and to members is that perhaps can we take an adjournment on this matter? I think it will be proper. Otherwise, we'll be continuing doing the wrong thing. We are not a subcommittee of Madlanga Commission. Whatever happened at Madlanga Commission happened at that commission, not here. I thank you, Chair.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Chair. Chair, let me start by sharing my deepest discontent as well. That we are starting on a very bad note. From the word go, we are messing things up. And I think we shouldn't allow that if we want to enjoy the respect of South Africans. Chair, we deliberated on this, and I remember we did not only deliberate on this during our ad hoc committee meetings, even during a joint committee meeting between the Portfolio Committee on Justice and the Portfolio Committee on Police, which gave birth to this committee. We debated the role that should be played by Parliament, and we said the doctrine of separation of powers is very clear on the role that should be played in terms of the constitutional mandate by each state or by each organ of the state. But today, we find ourselves in a situation where we are being misled by the technical team or by the legal advisors of this ad hoc committee, because if you say we must rely on the statement of the Madlanga Commission, you are simply subverting the constitutional responsibility of Parliament in this regard. And let's avoid this thing of mentioning Madlanga, Madlanga, Madlanga. Madlanga is a decision of the executive, not a decision of Parliament. We are doing our own, we are initiating our own process here. So we're not going to do any copy and paste kind of work and said, no, because this one has been done by Madlanga. Because if we are doing that, in future, we are going to be told that we can't investigate some of the issues here in the terms of reference because they were investigated by the Madlanga Commission. So, Chairperson, our view is very simple on this one. This must be amended. We are not going to accept this document as it is termed as a supplementary document. It must be an original statement by Lieutenant Nhlanhla General Mkhwanazi, because even the terms of reference, they are not similar. They are slightly different. So we can't be subjected to a process, some of us that do not even have a confidence in. Because some of us don't have confidence in the Commission of Inquiry. We don't have confidence. Now you want to take the work of that commission and impose it here. We're not going to allow that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, you'll recall that the Senior Council did confirm to us in the last ad hoc committee meeting that there will be an original statement for the work of the ad hoc committee, and the Commission of Inquiry statement will be just an attachment. So when I saw that the statement itself is addressed to the chair of the ad hoc committee, I thought that's what we have agreed about. So when I saw supplementary, I thought that the general is supplementing the statement of the 6th of July. So hence, I didn't notice what Honorable Malema has noticed. I think, Chair, it's just unfortunate, and we must plead with our evidence leaders to avoid making such mistakes so that we don't tamper with the credibility of the process itself. So in trying to mitigate the situation, maybe, Chair, because it's supposed to be sworn statement instead of supplementary statement. So I would want to request that we adjourn for 15 minutes and that defect be cured. Then we take the general to be administered in terms of oath. Then we proceed, Chair. Thank you very much.
Honorable Mwango.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Good morning, colleagues, and Honorable General Mkhwanazi, you are not Honorable Member yet. Yes, I would like Honorable Chairperson to support the proposal that we adjourn this meeting for 15 minutes or so and correct these distortions that are in here, because the letter written to you, Honorable Chairperson, which is attached, which is part of Volume 1, actually reads, please see under cover hereof the witness statement of Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. It doesn't talk about a supplementary. But on the following page, the following page actually starts off by saying supplementary witness statement of General Mkhwanazi. So clearly there is a distortion here. So I think this needs to be corrected, but it cannot be corrected in front of the cameras, but we need to adjourn and then get these things corrected so that we can resume our job.
Okay. Let's do like this so that I have listened to what you have said, and you are very right. The two institutions are separate. Every document that comes here before Parliament must be an original document before the eyes of Parliament. But maybe what we must do is that before we adjourn to correct the typo, I'm going to ask respectfully, General Mkhwanazi, to confirm that the statement that has been made, I know that procedure.
On a point of order, Chair. On a point of order.
Yeah, can I finish what I'm saying? So
on a point of order, Chair.
when you call the point of order,
it's on a point of order. We are about to mess up. On a point of order.
Okay, point of order taken.
There is no General Mkhwanazi before this committee. He's not here until we've satisfied his appearance before us. It is procedurally wrong. Because once you talk to him, the first thing he must do, the first step he must do is to take an oath. Is to take an oath. Then, only then, he's before us. In the absence of the oath, let's release him. He's not part of this mess. He's a witness called to come before us after he was told he met all the requirements. You can't ask him anything. The only time we are going to interact with him, because if you ask him something, I'm also bound to ask him something, because me and you enjoy the same rights. And then the whole house is going to start asking him questions. He has not administered an oath of, it's not taken an oath. So please, Chair, we are all agreed. Let's release him. And I don't know if 15 minutes is realistic, because he's going to take up issues with the legal team as well when they arrive there. So I don't know, but to engage General Mkhwanazi is actually out of order, because he's not before us. He has to first take, he's not a member of parliament. He has to first take an oath, and then from there we can engage him.
Yeah. No, that is a valid point, Honorable Member, and I 100% agree with you that he is not properly appearing before us. And before we ask him any question, he must have taken an oath with us. And I will stand by your advice, because I wanted to save, and I understand that procedurally I would have been wrong, so that we must know whether we are going to proceed or we are not going to proceed. Because for us to proceed is only if we can know whether what is contained in this document that is before us is what he's going to agree with. That yes, this is what I deposited before you. And then the corrections which are made must be made. And then we reconvene and proceed. But for now, I agree with Honorable Malema that we will not be able to ask him any question until he has taken a statement with us. So we are going to break now. We are going to break a senior council and determine whether the mistakes that are on the document are correctable. Yes. Let me take senior counsel, Honorable Mkhwanazi.
If I may just remind the honorable members of the events leading up to this hearing. After the National Assembly appointed this committee, the Madlanga Commission had also been established. Central to this committee's terms of reference were the allegations made by General Mkhwanazi. When we at some point suggested or proposed that perhaps we should make a start with some other witness, so that at least we can get the hearings going, the committee, I think, near unanimously said no, we must first call General Mkhwanazi. But General Mkhwanazi became unavailable and wrote to you in that regard. And Judge Madlanga had also spoken to you and the evidence leaders to me to say, unfortunately, General Mkhwanazi is engaged. Initially, in statement taking, and subsequently that he would be appearing before them for 4 or 5 days. And that made General Mkhwanazi unavailable. You, Chair, in an exchange of letters with Judge Matlanga, agreed that we will, by way of cooperation and mutual respect, work together and try and save some time and unnecessary costs by exchanging documents and witness statements, etc., without either of the two parties, because of the separation of powers, being bound by what the other had either drafted by way of the documents or any evidence that was given. To the extent that it has been said or it's inferred that this committee and we are bound by the Matlanga statement or the evidence that General Mkhwanazi gave before that commission is not correct. It's not legally correct. We are not bound by it. But to the extent, and that is what General Mkhwanazi says at paragraph 8 in his sworn statement, which has now been sworn and which is an original statement. He says that I consulted with the committee's evidence leaders on 25 and 26 September, having reviewed the terms of reference. I observed significant overlap in the background